Hi friends, welcome to Ashish DIY. In this video we will learn how to make this cute earrings. This came in Pinterest. um, so it was like a Pinterest inspired design. It goes around the neck, around the ears, and this goes on top of where you would wear a earring, and this goes around the back of your ears, and then you will see this bead and this bead per se in the front. So it's a very pretty one. So you can just hang this on your ear, I guess. um, I really like that concept on Pinterest, so I made a version of it. I think it's pretty. So what I used was 20 gauge wire. So I'm using para wire. You can use any 20 gauge wire you want. And then I'm using 26 gauge wire. So I'm using this color wire. In this I have used purple on copper, and in the sample in this I am going to use copper as well, but I'm going to use white. This I have used this tiny blue beads. I think it worked out perfectly, but I'm not so sure how this will work out, but I just want to give it a try. This is a little bit bigger, but I really like it. These beads are from Bargain Bead Box, a subscription item. I didn't use these beads. I really liked them, but I didn't use it. So I thought, why not use it in this project? The shape sheets seems to be very apt for the design, but I wish it was a little bit smaller, because I used the smaller beads and it came out perfectly, and I really like them. But we can try this nevertheless. So all you need is 7 beads for one. So if you want to make a pair, then you will obviously need 14. It takes quite a while, and I'm not even so sure that they wear on both ears like this. I think they wear it on only one ear. I'm not so sure, but this is a new design, guys. Let's just get started. So for the 20 gauge wire, we would need about 15 centimeters. Tools wise, we need our nylon jaw pliers, wire cutters, needle nose pliers or tweezer nose pliers, and you don't even need round nose pliers for that matter. So I'm just straightening the 20 gauge wire with my nylon jaw pliers. Then I'm taking my ruler and measuring about 16 centimeter, not more than that. 16 centimeter would be good enough. So I'm just measuring 16 and cutting the wire there. So you can also use 24 gauge wire for that matter. So I have it here, and then I just want to make sure both ends are flush. If not flush, cut both the ends. Okay, and then first try your beads whether it goes through this or not. It just goes through nicely. Now all you need to do is take your needle nose or tweezer nose pliers and just bend it into a U like this. Start a U. Then go ahead and squish this U between your pliers, making a small head pin, small head at the end. So for some reason my wire is twisting it, but there we go. That's enough. So now we add our beads. Okay, there we go. So one bead is added. Now what I'm going to do is, the rest of the bead I'm going to use the 26 gauge wire to add it. So I don't need those anymore right now. So I'm gonna go ahead, load my beads in this wire first. You can also cut your wire. It takes about 120 to 140 centimeter, I guess, to coil this entire wire. it takes that much. So what I do is I keep my nylon jaw pliers handy with me, and then I just straighten those out. And what I do is I load the beads into this. I load 5 beads in the wire so that I don't have to cut, and then I can work with the spool. So 3, 4 and 5. So I already loaded all my beads. Now I take this wire. Okay, if you can insert this wire inside this bead. That's one option. I tried, but it doesn't go inside. But if you can, that would be great. Just keep this wire right next to the bead, just like that, to have a grip, and then start coiling your wire around the 20 gauge. I think I'm bumping the camera a lot. So just like that. Once you start coiling, you will get a grip. Then you can squish those together. Then drop one bead. I did for I think 6 times coiling. So I'm just dropping one bead. You can coil how many ever times you want. You don't have to do 5 or 6 times. You can do less too. It's totally up to you. Okay, so I just drop one bead and then bring it down behind. What I do is I take this, go around the bead twice, just a bead, leave the long 20 gauge off. And once I secured that, what I do is, so I did wrap around just the bead twice in this direction, and then I'm bringing the wire and wrapping around the main stem or the 20 gauge wire. I'm pushing the coils, and then after a couple of coils, like around 4 coils or so, you can also use your pliers to kind of squish the coils. Okay, so I have here 4 coils. I don't want to do more than that because the bead is big, so I don't want this part to be more big. So I'm dropping the next bead on the other side, right opposite to it. Okay, then I'm bringing back the wire towards the center 20 gauge. Okay, and then I forget the 20 gauge and I wrap around the bead right here. Okay, doesn't matter if it comes behind or above, doesn't matter, we can roll it. And then what I'm gonna do is, now I'm gonna start coiling around the center wire. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then I squish the coils together. I take it to the other side. I drop another bead on the other side, bring it down like that, and then what I do is I just coil the wire around the bead, holding just the bead. That will help you to do that. And then go over one more time. That is secure. Now start coiling in the 20 gauge wire. So here is the next bead, but before that we will wrap 5 wraps around the center one. Four and 5. Try to cinch this down with your fingers. That way they are all close together. And then you can take it here. Then drop another bead down and bring it down. The kids are making a lot of noise. The kids are home. It's summer holidays for them, so sorry about that. So now here we go. I just wrap it around twice, the bead. Then I bring the wire back and then wrap the center 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So make sure that you press it, because I'm using a copper wire as a base and a blue coated wire on the top. I don't want the inner core to be seen that much, but it can also be a design element. You can use the same wire, so there won't be any difference. So and then drop this down, bring the wire back, and forget this. And sorry, I'm hitting my camera a lot. Twice around the bead, and then come back to the center and wrap it around the center one. So we already did load all of our beads on our thing, so it's basically done. After this, it's just going to be coiling around this center wire, the 20 gauge wire, all the way across up till here, so that we can add one more bead and then do the same loop as we did here. So that's about it. So you can take your time, and then just one way it's easy to actually wrap it is to work with the spool and not cut your wire before, and then holding it like this and then going like this. After a couple of wraps, make sure you stop and then cinch this with your fingers. Then it goes like that. So continue doing all the way here, and I'll meet you guys back. So I'm almost at the end, so we have a little bit left. I just want to check with my bead, so I just add my bead and then I still have a little bit more. So I work with the spool, as I said, and then it's good to have a short tail and then just wrap it. That way you'll have more control, and the coils are coming right next to each other. And then once I'm done with some like this, then I squish that down, and then I continue coiling it around the wire. So it's like it's a lot of coiling, yes, I agree, but it's fun to do it. Actually, it's really nice. So once you're up here, I think this amount of wire should be more than enough. Now I go ahead and cut this wire, just snip it off right at the edge, and then you still have a short tail. Go ahead and tuck in the tail with your needle nose or tweezer nose pliers in my case, and cinch this a bit more. Add your bead to the wire, and then take your needle nose pliers and put it at the end and just bring it down like a U. So once you're done with that, go ahead and squish the U so that it forms a small teeny tiny loop. So we are done. So it might be a little bit wobbly right now. just straighten that out, press it with your fingers, it should be good. Don't use nylon jaw pliers or something like that. And what I want to do is, I have here some bail making pliers. You can take a pencil or whichever you want. So take it, keep it about like half a centimeter or so. Okay, just using this big side, just like that, just like that, like half a centimeter here, and then bend it like this. Okay, so this is what it is. First we will do that, and then I take a round object. It doesn't matter which one it is. You can just take a medicine bottle too, and then take this. So it's like this. Okay, we bend it like a U like this, and keep the U right here. Keep the box right next to it on the left hand side, and then just roll it on top of it. So you have this shape. Okay, and then you can adjust it. Basically this is what it is. So, and what you can do is, this is going to be, you can just press this and make it into a T, I mean a feathery leaf kind of a thing, so that it all faces that side. So this is what your earring should look like. I have only 5 of the feathers here, and I put 6 in here because it's small and this one is big. But if you want it symmetrical, you can do 6 as well. So here it is. So this slips around the ear just fine, and then you will see this and this in the front. The rest will go in the back, and it won't bother your ears because it's nice and smooth with all the coils around. So I hope you guys like this video. This one is an adult size, this one is a kid size. You can obviously see that, and you can adjust that the length of the wire according to your ear size or whomever you're making. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos every day. It comes around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye.